Earth doesn't even fit on the screen, I just noticed that. Is this a board game? That's right, it's an original game I created, Raziella. Just so you know, we need at least 3 people to play, so... Oh, right, we could... sometimes I forget that this guy's not just a robot. That's good. It would really be disappointing not to be able to play when we have a game right here. That's true. Although, even though we have enough people, we probably shouldn't play it. That was enough to get an idea of what's going to happen with this. Now that I take a closer look, almost all the events written in these spaces are really bad. They're pretty sharp. So, do you have any idea what would happen if we played this game? The events in the spaces happen in reality? Oh wow, you got it on the first try. Well, Eon was talking about the events in the spaces, so maybe that was a hint? But from the looks of it, most of the events are major disasters and things like that, aren't they? Why would you make it so dangerous? I had to. This is Raziella, after all. The goal of Raziella is to save the planet Raziella from destruction. That's why there are all sorts of major disasters happening along the way to the goal. But if all that happened in reality, everything would be a big mess by the time the game ended. That makes it thrilling. If you land on the wrong space, there could be piles of victims before you know it. Like this one. Isn't this awesome? A sunburst suddenly rains down, lose a turn. Nay, I don't think games that cause trouble for others are good. I see. I thought it would be fun. Well, make a version where nothing happens. It wouldn't be fun to make a normal game like that. It would just be an ordinary board game. I prefer to play an ordinary board game. Yeah, I didn't want to risk destroying reality here. Okay, Primatron. Okay, so Nate does have more than one machine dance. So this Primatron has the ability to control the Charl? I reduced its output to the absolute minimum, so it shouldn't have much effect. Still, I'm kind of regretting the fact I made something meaningless like this now. Yeah, but I'm also relieved that it was made. If this was around when you were still fighting the Charl, you definitely would have used it. Yeah, no doubt. I probably would have controlled them to fight and destroy each other. That's all in the past, right? That should be obvious. I don't feel that way at all now. That's why I reduced its output so it wouldn't be effective unless you were basically embracing a Charl. Embracing? I think that has problems on its own. Delto's worried about that too. He said someone who goes around hugging others is just a pervert. That's true. Oh, but Earthheads might be okay. Charl really like him. They might actually be happy about it. I want to embrace you, Eon. What? We can't. Not in a place like this. But I'm kind of happy you said that for me. Get out! Out with you! If you're going to start flirting like that, do that outside my shop. Yes! Sorry, Nay, but I had to say that one. Okay, it looks like Nay does not have any medicine dances. Since we're on the equipment ones, that should be all that's left for her set. Alright, Cream Cathode. Time to start explaining these weird devices. Eon, what are you doing with that straw? Isn't this a cream soda? Yes, but if you drink it, it won't work as a cathode anymore. A cathode? Did you use cream soda as a component in a cathode? Yep, surprised, right? It would be harder not to be, but does it actually work properly? Of course, in fact, its performance should be better than ordinary ones you can buy. That's thanks to chemical reactions from the carbonation of the cream soda. That's really caused by a chemical reaction? You know how the carbonation reacts with the... Stop! You think I know of something difficult like that? I don't understand it, but I happened to mix cream soda with a cathode, and so it resulted. I don't see how a coincidence could possibly lead to a combination like that. Well, that doesn't change the fact that we ended up with something nice, so it's all good in the end. You should use the cream cathode with care. Oh, you can make this as a joke. Is this true, Nay? The result was an amazing item, so there's no problem, right? There's no problem in terms of performance, but there's so many problems on other levels. We'll just leave it at that. Wrinkle Emperor Pipe. Go ahead and skip that. Neanderthal, I bestow upon you the Wrinkle Emperor Pipe. Oh, you're like a real emperor. I actually am the Empress, you know. Anyway, enough joking around. I handmade this, so treat it with care. But everything else up until now has been handmade by you too. That's true, but I guess you could say the thoughts I put into making this are different. This is a very blessed cathode I made as Empress, filled with the Empress' divine protection. Really? I'll accept it gratefully. Yes. Quite pleased you like it. Although it's something that puts importance on the blessing, so its performance might be a little low. Instead, there's a special blessed message from me included, so keep it close to your heart. A message? Ease is justice, the divine Empress. This is a blessing? They're fine words. I find them to be very charming. But this is kind of... It means we should create a world where we can be at ease. Oh, that's right. So that's what it meant. We need to get through these days of conflict and create a world where everyone can live at ease. Your wishes like that are stuffed in this cathode, right? Huh? Yeah, that's right. you really do understand how I feel. A world at ease is peaceful. Peace is justice. To create a world like that, we all need to work together. Yeah, nay, I understand your feelings. As expected, the Empress. After all that, I can't tell them I just randomly made it up. I figured that was the case. I tried to cover for you, nay, but, oh well. You think it turned out cute? Yeah, I think it's really cute, but can this really be used as a cathode? This looks like a magical girl staff to me. It might appear that way, but the inside is real cathode. Don't worry. Also, there's a reason why I made it look like this. What's that reason? You'll know once it's equipped. Here, stay still for a sec. I put this here, and alright, it's connected. I'm not noticing any changes. It doesn't change appearances, but I'm pretty sure changes occurred. Hey, can you shout out the name of an ultimate technique on your mind? Heartthrob Dreaming Typhoon! What? What are you saying all of a sudden? It worked! This turned out better than I imagined! Nay, what's going on here? I call this lyrical hitman. When you equip this, it makes you want to say magical girl technique names. Of course, it just makes you say the names, not that you can actually use them. That's all? It doesn't make your weapon stronger or anything? Shouting the names raises your spirits, so that should make your attacks stronger. It doesn't matter how powerful your weapon. I think your spirit is what changes the power of your attacks. You think? Nay, if your thoughts aren't correct, we're the ones who are going to be in trouble here. At the same time, that was kind of fun. Ah, the sham croquette. This is one of my favorites. Just in terms of the design. Oh, that's hot. Freshly fried food is kind of dangerous. Wow, this croquette looks delicious. It's not just any croquette. This is a cream croquette. Also, there's a cathode inside. Oh, I really like cream croquettes and cathode. Wait, what? You put a cathode inside a cream croquette? That's right. Its main use is as a cathode, after all. I'm going to ask again, but you put a cathode inside a croquette? Yes, how many times do I have to say it? Is it weird that I think it's weird if you put a cathode inside a croquette? Yeah, no, that's a normal reaction. That's a relief. Sounds like I wasn't too off on the mark. Nay was saying it's like a normal thing to do, so I was starting to lose confidence in my own thoughts. Eon, you should learn to have more confidence in yourself. It's really strange for you to say that. Anyway, why did you put a cathode inside a croquette? If I had to say, probably because I had a lot of extra sham flour. I really wanted to use it all, but regular cooking didn't cut it. I see. Go on. I just figured it might be good to turn some machine parts into croquettes. Why do you think that? Come on now, I guarantee it has good performance if you don't eat the croquettes, so don't overthink it. I like to do things on a whim sometimes, you know? Whims like this are troubling, so I prefer if this was the only one time. And this was the only time. Not happening, because you ain't seen anything yet, Eon. Because you got something like this! This is a cathode, right? Amazing, I didn't think you'd recognize it so quickly. It's just as you said, this Heavenly Bird Dance is a cathode with amazing performance. So it really was a cathode. I'm surprised you knew. Delta and Cass thought it was just an arrangement of sashimi at first. That's because it's something you made. That's because it's something you made, Nay. I figured there would be more than meets the eye. As expected, you know me really well. I don't know if that's something to be happy about, but it's arranged so nicely, I kind of wanted to eat it as regular sashimi. Feels like a little waste. Feels like a waste to use this as a cathode. I know how you feel, but you can't eat the sashimi, okay? Not even one bite? None. The amount of sashimi in the shape of the garnish is all part of the calculated arrangement. If you ate even a little, it would stop functioning or even start spewing out fire. So, the performance won't increase if it's toasted? I don't understand why you think its performance would increase if it's toasted. Probably because it would taste good? I tried testing that with a prototype, but it stopped working after it was toasted. In other words, you thought that the taste would increase the cathode's performance too. Anyway, thanks to the sashimi on here, I guarantee that this cathode has several times more performance. Use it well and don't get into the temptation of eating it. It's hard enough fighting enemies, but now I need to resist temptation too. Oh, and yet that's still not the weirdest one. So we got this next. I don't understand that. I don't think there's an RNA easier to understand than this one. That's right. I was going for a design where you could tell the effect just from one look. Anyway, tell me what kind of effect you think it has. Well, it increases muscles to toughen your body. Ding, ding, ding. You're right. If you ask me, it looks like there's a slab of bacon on there. I know how RNA. You know about RNA effects like this? I'm a little surprised. Oh, but wait. If it strengthens muscles, isn't this kind of useless for you? Oh, he'll be fine. Don't worry about that. It's true it enhances muscles, but that's just a side effect. A side effect? That's right. I actually made this just toughen the body, not increase muscle mass. It seems I messed something up while making it, so that's why it also builds muscles. Wouldn't that affect the human body? RNA is used to affect the human body anyway. It's called Mascherino so people wouldn't know it's only a side effect, but the muscle's just for show. That's why the effect works perfectly fine for you, even if you have no muscles. Fake muscles gained as a side effect. That actually sounds really weak. And yet, linking mysterious ice is probably more normal than that. Nay, it's not good to eat ice cream while working on machines, you know. I wasn't working on a machine, I was just making ice cream. The foundation this ice cream is sitting on is just a regular one I bought at the store. So then you decided to use the foundation as a plate? Just because this is ice cream doesn't mean it's meant for eating. Just so you know, this isn't food. You can eat it, but that's not how it's meant to be used here. Why is that I'm feeling more and more confused? I'm saying this is RNA. The ice cream on top is part of the RNA too. You get it now? You can't use that. The ice cream would make a short circuit. It doesn't do that. I don't know why, but this ice cream doesn't melt at all. Maybe you could think of it as a cooling device or a heat sink or something. This is all too ridiculous. Eon summed up basically every sentence of chain in the game with that statement. I can't help that. It's a complete mystery to me as well as why it all worked out this way. I mean, I was just making ice cream like usual when suddenly it started linking together like this. I was just following the recipe in a book, so I have no idea what happened. Did that recipe book also say to put it on a foundation? No, I thought it was strange, so I investigated the ice cream. I found that it would be effective as an RNA. That's why I tried putting on a foundation like this. So, this is really mysterious ice cream. So mysterious that I can't even get in the mood to eat it. Although, I did try one bite. I'm surprised you even took one bite of mysterious linking ice cream. I'm the type who tries things when she's curious. It was tasty, but seemed unhealthy, so I stopped. It should be excellent as RNA, though, so I think you can rely on it. I think the reason I can't trust it all is because of its appearance. Alright, one moment. I like the idea of mysterious linking ice cream as our raid message for the recording session, so there's that. Alright, loving liposome. Right, there we go. Ta-da! The loving liposome is complete. Liposome? If I recall, that's a bubble made out of cellular membrane, I think. As expected, you seem to know a lot, Eon. That's right, take a look inside the tube on the foundation. You see a lot of bubbles in there, right? Oh, I see. So these are liposomes? Yep, packed inside each one is a compound used to enhance the body. By distributing these to various parts of the body where needed, you can enhance the entire body. I guess you could call it doping, but it only has nutrients and stuff, so there's no adverse effects. Wow, seems like it was made with even more amazing technology than I imagined. But if you make something too normal, it's sad that the only thing to do is listen to the explanation. Usually we get to ask why you did something crazy and have a fun conversation. I'd call that leaning on the fourth wall right there. Or medium awareness is probably a better trope name for that. You seem to be misunderstanding something. This is the kind of stuff I normally make, you know? It's not normal to just make things that look weird, yet have amazing effects on nobody understands. Now that you mention it, that might be right. Yeah, I just realized this is more normal now that you told us. I see, so this is normal. Suddenly I feel like I'm in the proper shop. Yeah, I know what I made up until now, so I can't really say anything. Anyway, this is finished, so go ahead and take it. Okay, so what's it called? Oh, I already said this, but it's the loving liposome. I told you that the liposome flows to various parts of the body, right? The happy meeting between the liposomes and body parts is just like in real life, so I call it love. Isn't it a nice name? Well, it's true that you came up with a unique name, I guess. I didn't realize that was the end of the conversation. Okay, Ghetto Moomin Bun. Which is actually harder to say than it sounds. Wow, steamed bun. This should be really good with tea. Wait, why is it stuck to a foundation? Because they need to use it in RNA. Why else? That's not something you can say like it's totally obvious. This is a bun, right? It's food. How's it usable as RNA? Yeah, that's no ordinary bun. It's a Ghetto Moomin Bun, a symbol of friendship between Ghetto and humans. Since it's a special bun, it needed to be packed full of nutrients good for the body. It ended up as something ridiculously good for the body, so I figured it could be used as RNA too. That was the result. Pretty amazing, right? I don't know if I should call it something amazing or something else. Can you come up with more normal ideas? I guarantee the performance is better than those made through normal ideas. I don't really want to admit this, but this means the power of imagination has endless possibilities. But is it okay? You're using a bun meant to symbolize friendship between Gunarm and humans like this. Oh, don't worry. It's not like either side recognizes this bun. It's something I made up on my own. You can only get it in my shop, so the only people who know about it besides you are Delta and Cass. You should let more people know. It's meant to symbolize friendship between Gunarm and humans, after all. If I did that, everyone might get mad that I used their symbol of friendship to make RNA. You knew that, yet you still made this. It was for you guys. I chose my own friends over friendship between humans and between Gunarm and humans. I don't know if I should be happy about that or not. But we'll just move on. The failure on RNA. I doubt you realize this, so I'll tell you right now. The motif used for this RNA was, oh, this is City of Felion. Huh? It's kind of abstract, but I can tell at a glance that the motif used for this was Felion. There's really some fine addition to detail here. Oh, is this your shop? This is your shop, isn't it, Nay? Nay, what's wrong? Eon, if I was a man, I would propose to you right this minute. What? What are you saying? I mean, you were able to tell a single glance the motif I used for this with Felion. Cass and Delta couldn't understand from its appearance, even after I told them. I see, but I knew it in an instant. I could feel all your thoughts for Felion packed into it. You're the only one who understands, Eon. As for you, I guess I can't really expect too much. I can feel the memories of Felion in here. Amazing! So you understand it too? See? I think this is something you can recognize at a glance. I see. So that just means Delta and Cass are really slow. Well, I suppose it seems like them. But since it's packed so full of your thoughts for Felion, it must have a very powerful effect. Of course it does. You can count on it for that. This Felion RNA is not only packed with my thoughts of Felion, but also as much technology as I can muster. I'm sure the effect will be more powerful than anything you've seen so far. Well, plus 75 attack power? Yeah. Alright, Jelly-type class. At least plus 75, maybe on top of what I already had on it. But I don't remember the stats of what I replaced it with. This is a little strange. It looks like the glass has 2 layers. And it looks like there's slime or something between the glass. Is this a buffer material for protection? It does serve as buffer material, but actually it has an even more important purpose. Try pushing on the stick. Okay, now if I push this... What? Something slimy just came out! Surprised, right? This TX BIOS is a combination with Toko or Roten Jelly. I call it the Jelly-type class. This great item allows you to eat jelly anywhere, even if you get hungry in the midst of battle. Is it really that great? It's a function that regular TX BIOS doesn't have, so it is. There's no soy sauce, so it's not great. You found its one weakness. The jelly is like a bonus feature, so I wouldn't really call it a weakness. By the way, you should only eat the jelly in there as a last resort. If the jelly isn't in there, the performance that TX BIOS drops about half. This is just regular Tokoroten jelly, right? Why does it have the effect of raising TX BIOS performance? That surprised me too. The moment I found out, I thought it made some sort of mistake. Anyway, you can eat it, but you need to think about how that will affect you afterwards. Don't worry, Nate. I don't think I'll ever eat this. Alright, we're getting close to the end of this set. So, 3 or 4 more, if I'm looking at that correctly. Nate, there's just a scroll inside this glass tube. Does it really work? Of course it does. In fact, the TX BIOS wouldn't work without that scroll. When you use song magic with this, you'll feel the thoughts that you've been put into that scroll. I'm just taking a guess, but I'm pretty sure you'll like it, Eon. Really? What kind of thoughts are in the scroll anyway? Put it simply, they're thoughts of service and devotion to one's husband. The scroll has lots of information regarding that written on it. Thoughts of service and devotion for one's husband? I wonder what that feels like. Maybe it's how you feel when you do things for him. I haven't used it, so I wouldn't know. In fact, I'm the type who prefers to be served rather than serve others, so I don't even want to try it. You say that, but you're good at helping others. You might actually like it. Helping people and serving people are 2 different things. Also, I definitely wouldn't want a husband who needs me to take care of him all the time. I actually get the feeling someone like that would work out better for you. Anyway, that's how you'll feel when you use the TX BIOS. Don't you think it's perfect for you? I don't really know. Am I really the serving type? I always felt that way. Was I wrong? I think she's the serving type. See, he thinks the same thing, or would you prefer to be served all the time instead? If I had to choose, I guess I would prefer to serve others. In that case, you should read that scroll and learn more. But you said that you get those feelings from the scroll by seeing while holding the TX BIOS. There shouldn't be any need to actually read the scroll. Nope, the only thing you'll feel while seeing are the thoughts. They won't give you any knowledge. I mean, it lets you feel the satisfaction and fulfillment of serving, but you won't know how. I'm pretty sure only the people who would go that far to serve others are not normal. Ring toss class, one of my favorites. Wow, this is nostalgic. It's an underwater ring toss game. Isn't it amazing? This is a combination between an underwater ring toss game and a TX BIOS. Oh, it really is a TX BIOS. Why did you modify it into a water ring toss game? I just suddenly got the idea after a piece of green onion fell in the glass tube when I was making the prototype. It's pretty obvious that you were eating while working on it. Anyway, that slice of green onion was like a ring, and it reminded me about this kind of game. What do you think? It'd be great to play when you're bored, right? I don't really think this is the type of game you play that much. Well, you can go for a record time challenge. I don't think there are many people who care about setting time records for an underwater ring toss game, but doesn't it seem like the only way to enjoy this for a long time? So Eon, would you want to keep trying for new record times with a game like this? I think I get bored of it after about 2 minutes. Right? This isn't the type of game where you go for time challenges. But since you already made this, I'll try playing it tonight. Does that mean you're going to be going back to the inn now? I haven't decided yet. Why do you ask? Because the underwater ring toss game isn't just for playing around. Once all the rings are on the rods, the TX BIOS effect becomes several times stronger than usual. That's pretty amazing, but do the rings really have to all be on? Yep, that's why if you're planning to go into battle, you should get all the rings on beforehand. I would have preferred it if you didn't make that into a game. No, on the plus side, yeah, do we have to get it on every time? And of course, in battle, they could easily fall off, so we'll just chalk that up to a didn't think that one through properly. But Aquarium Light. Wow, there's tropical fish inside the glass tube. It's so cute. Yeah, I know, right? I really like it too. I call this the aquarium light. I think it would be popular among girls even if it wasn't a TX BIOS. Yeah, it's easy to carry around, so you can always have it with you. It would be easy to take care of them. Oh, yeah, that's right. I always hear about people's fish dying because they weren't home for a while. If you think about it that way, this item could be revolutionary for raising tropical fish. There's a limit to the size of the fish. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, there's a lot of tropical fish that are pretty big. I think if they did fit, it would be really sad if they didn't have any space to swim around. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea, but it looks like it needs some improvements for selling it. Yeah, that would be best, so could you tell me about the performance of the CX BIOS? Put it simply, it has a soothing effect, I guess. It gives you a calm and relaxed feeling, like when you're quietly gazing at tropical fish. A relaxed feeling? Is that really okay? I don't think you should be relaxed during battle. That's probably a slip up on. That doesn't make sense, but yeah, it's fine. You're the one who's going to be using it, Eon, and it's your job to protect her so she can sing while relaxed. You need to guard her properly so she doesn't get hurt, alright? Sorry for putting all this pressure on you, but I know I can count on you. Well, this is part of the job. Alright, Nay's charm. That's final one. Uses the legendary screw. We got more than enough, though. Here, Eon, this is for you. Thank you. This is a charm, isn't it? Yeah, it's my special charm. You can't buy it anywhere. Can you tell from looking at the bag? There's a TX BIOS inside. Yeah, I see something long and narrow inside. I see. I can't find anything like this anywhere else. I've never even seen a TX BIOS inside a charm before. Oh, no, that's not what I meant when I said that. Well, I wanted you to guess, but that would probably be impossible for someone slow like you, Eon. You're saying something pretty awful about me, aren't you? No, it's just like you. That's fine. Also, I really did want to tell you about this with my own words. I made this CX BIOS because I wanted to give you to you as a gift. Wait, for me? Yeah, I'm not sure what you think, but I did some pretty terrible things. I did something pretty terrible to you before, right? That's why No, I don't really mind. It's not your fault, Nay. You went through a lot of trouble and suffering because of me, too. I really don't feel that way, so don't make that face. You're so nice as usual. Really? I don't think that's true. It's very true. That part of you is good, but it can also be really bad. You're totally spoiling my apology and my feelings and want to repay you. I'm sorry. Apologizing so quickly like that is bad, too. I guess I'm not really in a position to lecture you, though. In fact, I'm the one who's apologizing. Eon, I've always been doing terrible things to you, taking my anger out on you. And still, it might sound like I'm just saying something convenient, but I still want to be true friends with you, Eon. It seems like that's what I really wanted for all this time. Nay! I know I apologized already, but I never said I wanted to make amends. That's why, if you'll forgive me, I'd like you to be a true friend of mine. If you think that's okay, would you accept this charm? I got it. Nay, I understand how you feel. Thank you, Nay. I'll be sure to treasure this charm full of your thoughts. You'll accept it? Of course. It's something my best friend made for me, after all. I'll treasure this from today on. I'm glad you feel that way, Eon. Yeah, I know we had our fights, but I can't dislike you for that, Nay. That's why, while I'm sure we'll still have our fights sometimes, when that happens, we can talk it out and make up. Yeah, it sounds like something best friends would do. Just don't look forward to fighting, okay? I know. And you read the mood and say nothing. This is just a repeat of that last one. But that is everything for Nay. We should get a boatload of talk topics. Which is an adult, you're lucky, not gaining weight, about parfaits, Eon is jealous, nose fixation, rumor spreading, popular menu, is it effective, a surprise, popular among the Charl, what's interesting in men 1, I hear my own voice, can you make that in a kitchen, want to work at my shop, can you transform, not enough studies, close friend. I think we got more with that than the other two parties combined. Let's save and head for Quantum. And of course change costumes as well. So, that's under equipment. Earth, that's your first with Shrelia style. And Eon with Misha style. I am not going to get used to this anytime soon on Earth, I'm just going to say that right now. Those wings are huge. Alright, yep. File 1, we're good. Carry over from this morning's recording session. Yeah, look at the way I shake my robot boobs. You're welcome, Jenny Beans. That's all I'm going to say.